The vast, glittering expanse of the Caribbean Sea stretched endlessly beneath a sky painted in hues of azure and gold, a perfect backdrop for the magnificent Rhapsody of the Seas. On board, a vibrant young woman named Lynn Bradley, brimming with the infectious joy of a perfect vacation, laughed alongside her family. This was a dream trip, a luxurious escape filled with carefree moments and shared smiles, etching indelible memories into the fabric of their lives. Her parents watched her, proud and content, as she danced with her brother, the ship's gentle sway barely noticeable beneath their feet. Every moment was a postcard, a testament to the sheer bliss of family and freedom. As the evening deepened, the ship buzzed with late-night revelry. Amy, still energized, spent time with her family, sharing jokes and planning the next day's adventures. The last confirmed sightings of Amy placed her in the ship's disco, enjoying the music, before she retired to her cabin. It was in the mysterious early morning hours that the first unsettling anomaly occurred. Her brother, still awake, recalled seeing her briefly in their cabin just before 5:30 a.m., seemingly asleep on the balcony. Her father also remembered seeing her there around the same time. A fleeting image, a moment of peace before the world shifted on its axis. The sun climbed higher, casting long shadows across the cabin, but Amy was not there. The initial realization was a jolt, a cold splash of unease. Her parents, searching for her, found her missing. The family's frantic search began, a desperate sweep of their cabin, then the surrounding decks. Each empty corridor, each deserted lounge, amplified their growing dread. They approached the cruise ship crew, their voices laced with escalating panic, only to be met with an initial response that felt dismissive, almost understated. A young woman, vanished from her cabin on a moving ship. Surely this warranted immediate, aggressive action. But the crew seemed to brush off their concerns, suggesting Amy had simply wandered off or was with friends. As hours bled into an eternity, the family's frustration mounted, their fear solidifying into a terrifying certainty. There was no sign of Amy. Finally, the ship's command acknowledged the gravity of the situation. A ship-wide announcement echoed through the loudspeakers, transforming the vacation paradise into a search zone. Passengers and crew were questioned, their recollections pieced together, but no clear answers emerged. The immediate findings were scarce, only deepening the mystery and the family's torment. Back on shore, the Bradley family clung to an unwavering belief. Amy did not voluntarily disappear. This was not a runaway. This was something far more sinister. The media, drawn by the escalating drama, began to descend, their cameras and microphones amplifying the family's plea. Amy's mother, her face etched with unimaginable pain, made a heartbroken appeal to the public, her voice trembling with a desperate hope that someone, somewhere had seen her daughter. Early theories surfaced, each more chilling than the last. An accidental fall overboard was quickly dismissed by the family. Amy was a strong swimmer, and the circumstances just didn't fit. The focus quickly shifted to foul play on the ship, the chilling possibility of an abductor operating unseen within the confines of the luxurious vessel. Whispers of crew involvement circulated, unsubstantiated rumors that added another layer of suspicion to the unfolding tragedy. How could someone vanish so completely from a confined space, a place designed for safety and leisure? The thought of a predator lurking amidst the holidaymakers was a terrifying realization. The cruise line's cooperation, perceived as limited and slow, only intensified the family's despair, leaving them to grapple with the brutal reality of their nightmare largely on their own. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. The initial flurry of investigation slowly subsided, but for the Bradley family the nightmare was just beginning. Years stretched into a decade, then two, yet the chilling mystery of Lynn Bradley's disappearance remained an open wound. The case, once a media sensation, gradually faded from the headlines, replaced by newer tragedies, but the family's relentless efforts never wavered. Their lives became a testament to unwavering determination, fueled by a grief so profound it transcended time. Every waking moment was dedicated to keeping Amy's story alive, a solitary beacon against the encroaching darkness of forgotten hopes. The emotional toll was immense, a constant oscillation between gut-wrenching anger at the injustice and a tenacious, almost defiant, hope that she might still be found. Then, whispers began to emerge from the shadows, faint echoes of Amy in distant lands. The first alleged sighting came from Barbados, a place where the Rhapsody of the Seas had docked. A Canadian tourist reported seeing a woman eerily resembling Amy, accompanied by two unidentified men, in a local department store. The woman appeared distressed, her movements guarded. This lead, while tantalizing, ultimately dissolved into inconclusive speculation. The second sighting, far more disturbing, injected a surge of renewed hope and profound fear into the family's hearts. A former U.S. Navy SEAL, on vacation in Curaçao, claimed to have seen Amy in a brothel, her blonde hair cut short, her demeanor suggesting a life of captivity. He described a distinctive tattoo on her ankle, a sun which matched Amy's. This chilling account, though unverified, resonated deeply with the family, painting a terrifying picture of her potential fate. Years later, a third, equally elusive sighting occurred on a beach, where a woman, again bearing a striking resemblance to Amy, was heard calling out the name Amy to a nearby man, only to be quickly silenced and led away. These fleeting glimpses, like phantoms in the mist, offered fleeting hope, yet left only deeper despair in their wake. These accounts, coupled with the nature of disappearances in the Caribbean, gave rise to a terrifying and increasingly plausible theory: human trafficking, the disturbing possibility that Amy had been abducted and sold into a life of servitude or exploitation, became a heavy, sickening weight for the Bradley family. Investigative agencies, though often hampered by jurisdictional complexities and the passage of time, began to explore this dark avenue, following leads that wound through the treacherous underbelly of international crime. The family was forced to confront the agonizing reality that their vibrant, beloved daughter might be trapped in a world of unimaginable horror, her freedom stolen by ruthless individuals. Speculation about the involvement of organized crime, particularly international human trafficking rings, grew more concrete. These sophisticated networks operated with chilling efficiency, their victims often vanishing without a trace, spirited across borders, their identities erased. The difficulty of tracking victims through such opaque systems, combined with the cold, calculating nature of these operations, made the search for Amy a monumental task. Undeterred, the Bradley family launched their own relentless fight. They hired private investigators, dedicated professionals who painstakingly sifted through every shred of information, no matter how small. They lobbied government officials, urging continued action, demanding that Amy's case not be relegated to the dusty shelves of unsolved mysteries. The financial and emotional drain of this quest was immense, a constant burden that would have broken lesser spirits. The psychological impact on Amy's parents was profound. Their lives became consumed by the search, every waking moment haunted by the torment of what-ifs and unanswered questions. The constant burden of hope, mixed with the crushing weight of despair, created an emotional landscape of perpetual anguish. Then, a glimmer of what could be proof emerged. A photograph, obtained years after her disappearance, depicted a woman strikingly similar to Amy. The resemblance was undeniable, the features hauntingly familiar. The family faced a heartbreaking decision. Was it truly her, a tangible clue after so long, or a cruel hoax, another false dawn designed to prolong their suffering? Each new lead, each potential breakthrough, brought with it an emotional roller coaster, a dizzying ascent of hope followed by a gut-wrenching plunge into uncertainty. Decades had indeed passed since Amy Lynn Bradley vanished into the vast expanse of the Caribbean night. The vibrant young woman, once a beacon of youthful joy, had become a ghost, a name whispered in hushed tones, a symbol of a parent's worst nightmare. The case, though officially still open, had grown cold, the once promising leads now scarce, fading into the mists of time. The painful reality of a life lost, or more chillingly, a life stolen, settled heavily upon the Bradley family, a constant, aching presence. Yet through the relentless passage of time, the Bradley family's advocacy remained an unyielding force. Their commitment to finding Amy never wavered, a testament to an unbreakable bond of love. They transformed their profound personal tragedy into a powerful platform, raising awareness for countless other missing persons cases, their voices echoing in the halls of power and across media landscapes. They established foundations, creating support networks for families enduring similar anguish, ensuring that no one else would feel as alone as they once had in their desperate search. The ripple effects of Amy's disappearance extended far beyond her immediate family. Her brother, a young man at the time of her vanishing, was forever changed by the event, his formative years shadowed by loss and uncertainty. The wider community, both in their hometown and among the cruise ship industry, felt the chilling impact of the mystery. It served as a stark, haunting reminder of vulnerability, even in the seemingly secure confines of a luxury vacation. The carefree notion of an escape to paradise was irrevocably tainted by the sinister possibility that danger lurked beneath the surface. The unanswered questions continued to plague them, an incessant, tormenting refrain. Who was responsible for Amy's vanishing? What truly transpired on that ship during those early hours of February 7, 1998? And perhaps the most agonizing question of all, would Amy ever be found, alive or otherwise, offering the slightest fragment of closure? The search for closure became the family's ultimate elusive prize. They yearned for answers, regardless of how painful the truth might be. The struggle to reconcile their enduring hope with the harsh, often brutal reality of their situation was a daily battle. It was an emotional and spiritual journey, a family caught in a perpetual state of limbo, unable to fully grieve, unable to fully move forward. Each sunrise brought with it the faint flicker of possibility, quickly extinguished by the overwhelming silence of the years. Amy Lynn Bradley's case transcended a personal tragedy, evolving into an enduring mystery, a haunting symbol of unsolved disappearances at sea. Her story forced a critical re-evaluation of maritime safety protocols, prompting changes in how cruise lines handle passenger disappearances and report suspicious activities. Yet, despite these advancements, the fundamental, chilling question continued to echo through the decades. Where is Amy? It was a question that pierced the heart of every parent, every traveler, every soul who followed her story. And at the heart of it all remained a mother's undying hope. Her love, a boundless and unwavering force, refused to surrender. She tirelessly reiterated her plea to the world, a poignant appeal to never forget Amy Lynn Bradley. It was a testament to the enduring power of hope, a fragile yet resilient ember that flickered defiantly in the face of the unknown, a mother's love refusing to be extinguished, forever searching for her lost daughter.